Hello, this is 404 Enigma.
Hello, myself Shudhanshu, and I will be explaining, giving you an overview of our product. So our product name is SupplyByte, and the problem statement which we have chosen is how can standards and technology empower short supply chain to improve versatility and reliance. So we have divided this our solution into three main points. The first points basically deals with the prediction of amount of stocks. That is, let's say there is a medicine company and I am the vendor, then I can go, I I can basically get the predictions of the future supplies which a particular supplier will do. So I will know that this particular supplier will be predicting this X amount of stock in this particular month. So based on this, I can make my own decisions that which suppliers I should be taken the supplies from. So this will help in getting looking into future a bit ahead and hence help in planning. The next point which we are covering is let's say there is an emergency situation where the supply and demand are not in balance or the supply is less as compared to demand. In such situations, we have provided an emergency need of stock button, which basically connects to an algorithm. This algorithm does the mapping between the suppliers and the demands. The mapping is based on criteria like number of stocks, availability, transportation cost, and various more of such criteria. So based on these criteria, the algorithm basically helps in distributing the goods among the various vendors or consumers and hence thereby normalizing the need of demand. Uh, yeah, so this will help in stabilizing the market. And the last point which we are covering is that we have developed a platform where vendors and suppliers can meet with each other in a way. Vendors can look at the data uh, uh, uploaded by the suppliers. The data is of the number of stocks which a particular supplier has, and stuff and many more things which we'll be seeing in a bit. So based on this, a supplier can directly connect to our vendor. Now Rahul will be giving a go to our website.
Hi guys. We'll first talk about the supply chain system by directly keeping contact with the suppliers and the vendors. So first we'll go through the list of suppliers we have. So if we click on the reach to suppliers button, so here are the curated list of all the suppliers a vendor has. So it has all the resources to it, and they can contact them and also manages the best availability to facilitate in terms of stock, availability, transportation, and all other factors depending on it. So if we click on one of the supplier, let's say J&J company. So it has a product listed here known as Dettol Antiseptic Liquid. So it is listed by J&J company, and the vendor can approach him and can contact him and can access the resources like predicted sales of the current month. So,
Now I would like to
can
add,
you?
yeah, sure. So on this particular page, this is basically depicting our first idea, sub idea, which is basically predicting the stocks required in future or in the coming months. Okay, so here the predicted sale, this is a Dettol antiseptic liquid, and the model is predicting that in the month of May 2018, these number of stocks of this particular item, that is Dettol, is to be kept, will be there to this particular supplier. So this is done by our model, a machine learning model. And this machine learning model basically uses LSTM behind the networks to understand the amount of stock pattern for each individual supplier which is there. And so any vendor can come here and change the date or the month in which he wants to inquire the amount of supply amount which they will be providing, and then press submit and they will have a number there. And so this is a way. Now if I want to add a new product, then I will click to the new product section button. and please click the button of new product. So that, and now we are on our emergency stock. In case there was an emergency, then I click the emergency stock button. What it does, that now we can see a lot many suppliers than before we have got to the same page. These are the suppliers which a vendor will get the way through. More number of suppliers, hence reducing or improving the stability in the market. And this is done by our next idea, that is providing a proper mapping between the distributor and the supplier. Here the recommended button which you are seeing highlighted on a particular two particular suppliers is given by our algorithm. It has basically found that these particular suppliers are best for supplying a particular vendor. So this is done by our next second idea, and below you can find uh, yeah, the same details and the map, basically where they can actually physically see where they are located and all, and other informations like that. So by this, if anyone would like to add, they can add, or I would like to conclude by our wow factor. So anyone have anything? Uh, okay, great. So
I
our
think we
wow
are good.
factor, yeah, cool. So the best part which we have all done in this is the second best idea. That is, it does the mapping between the supplier and the consumers based on the different criterias. And this is the way which it will look like, the recommended buttons which you are seeing here. And this is our wow factor for the platform. So with this, I would like to conclude, and thank you.